When I turned 18, I became an escort. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Even my dad approved. 4 years later, men were paying $2,000 an hour just to be with me. But I learned those men weren't paying me for my body. In fact, I was not the most attractive escort, and they still agreed to my terms of that question. They paid me because I could give a man something he craves more than just my body. My name is Isabelle Fox, and I show women how to thrive in the escort economy. In this video, I'm going to break down the psychology behind what wealthy men pay for and the 4 systems that turned my anonymity into a premium business model. You're about to peek behind the velvet curtain and see how the real game is played. When I first started, I believed what everyone in the industry told me. Pretty girls make more money. I thought if I could just perfect my makeup, get the right photos, maybe change my body a little bit, the money would follow. But no matter how much effort I put in, there was always someone younger, someone prettier, or someone else willing to just do more for less money, and it felt so exhausting. The men I attracted, they were cheap. They would actually haggle over my price. They would show up late or not show up at all. They treated me like I was disposable, and it felt crap. Then I realized something that changed everything. The wealthy men, the ones paying serious money, don't they already have access to beautiful women? Think about it. A man with real money can travel anywhere in the world. He can walk into any high-end restaurant or club and meet gorgeous women. They're fawning all over him. But what he can't easily find is peace of mind. You see, his biggest fear isn't that you won't be pretty enough. His biggest fear is that you will ruin his life. These men have a wife, a business, a reputation. One wrong text, one leaked photo, one moment where someone acts crazy or dramatic can destroy everything he's built. That is why charging $2,000 an hour has nothing to do with being the prettiest woman in the room. It has everything to do with being the most discreet and the most predictable. It's like the difference between staying at a 5-star hotel and a roadside motel. At the motel, you're never gonna know what you'll get. Maybe the room is clean, maybe it's not, maybe it's quiet, maybe there's total chaos next door. But at the 5-star hotel, you're paying for the comfort of knowing it will be perfect every single time. And that's exactly what wealthy men are buying from you. So how do you turn this into your business? Well, first, you position yourself around discretion. So I started using simple lines like, "Your privacy is my product." That one sentence alone tells him you understand his world better than anyone else. But you can also say things like, "What happens between us stays between us always," or "I protect my clients the same way I protect myself." You see, most escorts struggle to get clients to screen because of this. Those clients fear for their privacy. You can get that, right? You'll get more of them to screen if you can build trust fast. These are promises that separate you from women who just don't understand what's really at stake. The right men value this more than they do beauty. Second, be fast and warm when you text back. So rich guys are used to getting what they want right away, and they're usually texting multiple girls at once. So your edge is being the first one to reply with actual warmth and charm. So text back within minutes, not hours. There's this Harvard study that shows businesses who reply to customers in under 60 seconds make 300% plus more than the ones who wait. Same thing applies here. Being quick makes you look like the better choice. And be professional but flirty. So make it feel like talking to someone who's actually excited to see them. Say, "I can't wait to see you tonight." That hits way different than "booking confirmed, here's the address." The worst thing you can do is make it feel cold and transactional. So make every conversation feel really special. Third, build trust and desire before introducing policies. So most girls will lead with rules and they'll kill the vibe before it even starts. So get him excited about seeing you, then bring up the business stuff. Wait until he's already interested before mentioning screening, deposits, or cancellation policies. Because when a guy really wants to meet you, he will work with your requirements instead of ghosting. I actually had a student whose high-paying client didn't want to send ID photos over text and leave a digital trail. But because he was so into her, he suggested himself a video call where he would hold his ID up to the camera so she could write down the information without leaving a digital trail. If someone has a concern about one of your rules, you can usually find a solution that works for both of you, but only if they really want to see you first. Finally, brand yourself around discretion. Remember that 5-star hotel we talked about, that is exactly what you want to become. When you check in, the staff are professional but warm. They make you feel special without being fake. They handle your business quietly and keep your details private. That is the energy you want to bring. Your communication should feel like talking to a real woman who is genuine genuinely excited about meeting. Kind of like you're actually looking forward to spending time with this specific person, not necessarily a client, and not just going through the motions with client number 47. It is the difference between booking confirmed for 8 p.m. and I'm counting down the hours until I get to see you tonight. Also, you can post about your experiences on social media, just never include anything that could reveal the client. Make sure you really think about this. So no locations, no hotel names, no details that could out him. I had a student almost lose a very high paying regular because she tagged herself at his hotel. He was furious about the privacy breach, and rightfully so. So what are they really paying for? The guarantee that their privacy will be protected and their experience will be flawless every single time. Now, certainty is just the beginning. The real secret that sets apart the top earners is something most women never even think about. You can perfect your service and improve your looks, but the women charging the highest rates, they have figured out how to make a man feel like he's discovered something rare before he even meets them. When a wealthy man is looking for an escort, he is not just buying your time. He is buying the feeling that he's accessing something exclusive that satisfies a secret desire he's been craving for far too long. Some women have learned how to create that feeling. They make everything about their presence whisper exciting and special without ever saying those words directly. When he finds a woman like this, his brain shifts. Instead of thinking, I'm just hiring an escort, he thinks, I have found someone extraordinary. And that psychological shift changes everything. He will stop comparing price. He'll stop questioning your rates. He will just want to fulfill that deep desire that he can only satisfy with you. When I discovered this, I was able to charge $2,000 an hour and have men thank me for the privilege of it. The secret is building your brand image. Once your brand exists, you will never ever have to justify your prices because the brand speaks for itself. Now, the best brands are built by giving an amazing experience. But what about men who've never met you before? How do you create that rare treasure feeling before they even contact you? The answer is your online presence, but not in the way most women think. You want to create intrigue, not just show everything you have. And the biggest mistake most escorts makes with photos is they try to look classy and elegant, posing themselves in fancy dresses they would never really wear. And men don't want that. They want to see the real you. That's why what actually works is being provocative and authentic. So think about that sexy girl next door energy. You want to show your personality, your real body, your actual smile if you're comfortable, and men respond way better to genuine allure. More photos are always better. Clients are terrified of being catfished. They want to see multiple angles, different settings. Let them see who they're really going to meet. Now, you can also add testimonials, but focus on the experience you create, not just your looks. So you want things that say, she made me feel like I was the only person in the world, or every detail was perfect. Because these details create the feeling that he's discovered something rare, something that other men don't know about. But creating that exclusive feeling is only half the battle. The other half is making sure the right men can find you and the wrong ones stay away. That is where pricing comes in. I see so many women making the same mistake. They try to run sales, offer discounts, and hope more men will just show up. They think if they lower their rate, they'll get more bookings. But this only attracts, unfortunately, broke and difficult men. You know those guys, they haggle over every dollar, they show up late or not at all, or they cancel last minute. They treat you like you're disposable because in their mind you are. But wealthy men, a completely different experience. When I was charging $2,000 an hour, these men would book me weeks in advance. They would send deposits immediately. They would show up on time. They treated me with respect and they never once questioned my rates. I had this international businessman, great client, who used to book me for overnight dates at the 5-star Park Hyatt. And on our first meeting, he showed up with an Hermes gift for me. It was so lovely. He would order the best items on the menu. We'd spend hours talking about his favorite topic, which was politics. I would get a full 8 hours sleep. And sometimes he would leave early for business meetings without even worrying about cutting the booking short and the fee, because he wasn't thinking about extracting every penny for every minute from my body. He was focused on the experience, not the transaction. And that is the difference. High-paying clients aren't watching the clock or trying to maximize their time. They are investing in quality, and they understand that quality costs more, but delivers something completely different. Now, if you want to charge more money, you obviously have to raise your prices, right? But you can't just charge $2,000 an hour because you want to. You have to build the business systems that make men willing to pay $2,000 an hour. And here's exactly how to do that. First, take control by asking one question at a time to get all the booking information you need. This shows that you know exactly what you're doing, and wealthy men recognize and respect that authority, and it helps you ditch time wasters fast. Second, build value before presenting any obstacles. So don't lead with deposits or cancellation policies, lead with why you're special. Wealthy clients have endless options, so if you ask for things before showing value, they will just move on to someone else. Make yourself irresistible first, then they will jump through hoops to see you. Third, use social proof to encourage upsells and extensions. So drop lines like, most of my clients prefer longer dates because it allows for a more naturally evolving experience. Wealthy people want proof that others have been satisfied with your service. It makes them feel safer investing more. Fourth, remember the sale is not done until money is in your hand. Keep building excitement right up until the booking. Touch base with pre-booked clients with their permission to remind them how amazing their time with you is going to be. This cuts cancellations and it gets them so excited that they will upgrade themselves before you even meet. And finally, never ever negotiate or discount. Every time you hold that boundary, you strengthen your brand and you train men to respect you at the level you've set. You have just seen the truth behind why I was able to charge $2,000 an hour. It was not because I was the prettiest or most skilled. It was because I built certainty, created an exclusive brand, and priced myself to attract the right men. Now, you deserve this too. I know you didn't enter this industry to be glued to your phone, taking cheap bookings from men who don't respect you. You came here for freedom, for choice, for the chance to live on your own terms. But most women are stuck working far below their potential, dealing with clients who waste their time and their energy and disrespect them. And that's why I created Escort Academy, to give you the mentorship and systems that took me years to figure out. The women I've coached now earn 20K, 40K, even 60K a month. I'm so proud of them because they finally learned how to attract high-paying clients. So if you want to learn more about how to attract high-paying clients, tap the link on the screen or go to isabellefox.co. You'll hear from other escorts who are once struggling but now have luxury experiences with men who respect them and happily pay their rates. Plus, you'll get to access even more exclusive insider training you can start implementing totally for free today.